Hello Taurus, I have a love reading for you today. It's gonna be a love reading for the month of October. My cards are ready, as you can see though, because I wanted to save some time. You saw me shuffling the cards really fast, and I think I'm gonna do it this way. I really need this moment to just focus and talk to my cards so they can talk back to me. So I think I'm gonna do it this way. I'm also aware that you cannot see all of the cards really good. I'm gonna work with my setup in the future, so it's gonna be better, but I hope it's gonna be good for now. And before I'm gonna start, I just want to say one thing, that if I'm gonna do those monthly readings, I always have the person that needs the message the most in my head. That means this is my main goal, to just help the people get the message out there to the people that need it the most. So if you're gonna resonate with it, that's great. Please let me know. That's gonna be really exciting for me. But if you're not gonna resonate, don't feel sorry. Maybe next time. Yeah, so this is what I wanted to say, and we can just start. So my first card, my background card, and my overall energy for you this month is the Hangman in the reverse. And the Hangman card, when it's upright, it talks about getting the new perspective. Talks about going inside of yourself and getting the answers you were really seeking for. It's a really spiritual card for me. But when it's reversed, I feel like this month you can have a little bit of trouble to be connected with yourself really good. I feel like you can have a little bit of trouble to balance your spiritual connection. You can feel like you lost it a little bit. And with this card, I can also feel that this month can be a little bit more, a little bit more faster. Like a lot of things can happen, a lot of decisions been already made, and now it's gonna be time to act on them. So yeah, let's see what the other energies are. Oh yeah, and I just wanted to say like really fast, I have like two cards of like the water signs that are in the reverse, so it can talk that it can actually means that maybe you're dealing with a water sign this month, but not necessarily. I just wanted to put it out there. So yeah, let's see what we have in the middle here. And in the middle I have the World card and the Five of Cups. And the World card is a beautiful energy. It's an energy of satisfaction, being really happy where you are right now. It's talking about the things that are actually ended in your life, but you are not sad about it. You're really satisfied with the way it happened. But then again, I have the Five Cups on it. Which is the energy of being really sad because you lost something, or maybe you thought you lost something. So I wouldn't be that worried about it when the Five of Cups is actually lying on a board, because I feel like the sadness of the Five of Cups actually ended with the World card. So I feel like overall you're really satisfied with how the things are rolling right now, how the things are going, and I feel like you ended something, and you're not sad about it. It was something you actually wanted to, and yeah. And let's see what I have in the base here. In the base I have the Moon card, which it talks about people that are not. I'm gonna read as a people because it's a love reading. It talks about people that were maybe not that honest to you, and I feel like a lot of those lies and situations that you maybe didn't like that much, they surfaced, and this is what you based your decisions on. So maybe there was some kind of like lying and cheating going on in your relationship. Something, it was something, but it was something big. Because when I get the Moon card, it was, it wasn't like, I don't know what to say, like white lies. It wasn't something that didn't matter. I feel like it was something that actually really mattered to you. So I'm gonna read it as something huge. So those lies were really strong, that they have like impact on you. So maybe that's why things ended, and maybe that's why you were actually happy because of those things ended, and you were not maybe in the beginning you were feeling a little bit like left alone and sad that things ended, but you know, with the World card, it wasn't that big of a deal because, you know, you were trying to escape the liar. But when this card is in reverse, that means, you know, that all of those situations is surface up, everything is clear right now. So I feel like you know what was actually going on, and your partner know what was actually going on in this relationship. And in the past, I have Six of Swords. The Six of Swords in the traditional deck is talking about leaving, and I really like this deck because the Six of Swords is laid out a little bit different. I have this man standing in the middle of the Six of Swords. You know, it talks about gathering all the information and trying to make sense out of them. He's trying to balance the knowledge he has and actually use it in the future. So it's not like the pain that is going to waste. We're actually trying to gather the information to make us wiser for the future. But this card is also talking about walking away from something, and I cannot forget that. So when this card is in the reverse, it talks that maybe you had an opportunity to walk away from someone before. Probably when all those lies were playing out, you were thinking about, you know, leaving this person, but you didn't. Yeah, and what else I can see it? Because okay, I was looking at those cards a little bit, like for a while now, and what I think is going on is that that you are in a relationship that are not so great, let's just say like that. That is not, you know, awesome, because there were like some lies going on, but you didn't walk away from this person. And I feel like in this very moment you were quite satisfied how the things played out. But up here I have the Prince of Wands in the reverse, and this card is talking about the things that you want. So I feel like you're a little bit tired of things going too fast, or like you're a little bit tired of like having to decide really fast what you're gonna do. It looks like you actually want to take the break and rethink everything really slowly. This card, when it's in the upright, it's a really bold energy for me. It's like really fast, it's really strong, it's really brave. You know, we have this lion over here. It's really bold. But when this card is in the reverse, it talks that you're maybe thinking that you want things to go a little bit slower, and this is what the Hangman in the reverse can talk about it too. That you actually need this moment and need this time for yourself to go back, you know, to reconnect with yourself, to get the answers you're looking for. And maybe this is something you're struggling with right now. I don't know if this is coming from you or if this is coming from the person you're dealing with, because, you know, the thing I feel right now, it looks like someone was actually pressuring you a little bit to take the decisions faster. And if in the past you were thinking to leave this person because of, you know, the untrustworthiness it was going on, but you didn't, which, I mean, like, it feels like you've been pressured to not do that, from my point of view, because the next card I have is the Three of Pentacles in the upright, which talks about that you're ready to build new foundation with someone. You can look at this card. There's three people there trying to build everything all over again, which I think that you didn't left this person because you were somehow compelled to stay and to try to rebuild it. Because the next card I have, what is around you, I have the Hierophant card, which talks about steady relationships, marriages, something that is really traditional and probably written on the paper. So it's not just, you know, it's not a fling you're dealing with. It's something serious, and it's something serious. It's something that was really important and long term. So maybe that was also the thing that you didn't want to leave this person because it was so serious. It was probably marriage or like a really long-term relationship when you actually live together, and there's like some documents signed, you know, on the both of you together. So maybe that was the thing that was holding you connect to this person, and maybe that was the thing that didn't make you to leave, because it's really hard to leave connections like this when they're really strong. Yeah, and why I was saying that, I feel like you were a little bit pressured to do that because you feel really uncomfortable how fast the things are going and how fast you have to make the decision. This is what I see here. And also with the Hangman in the reverse, I feel like you have to be a little bit careful with the people around you and the energies you have around, you know, because the Hangman in the reverse can also talk about being manipulated by someone. Because, you know, when you're disconnect with yourself, it's really easy to be manipulated at this very point of time. But, you know, the thing you're doing right now, you're actually staying and you're actually trying to rebuild the situation. So maybe for you it was something that was you know, worth fighting for. Let's see what I have next here. The thing you don't see right now, but you're gonna see it really soon, is the Eight of Swords in the reverse. The Eight of Swords, when it's upright, it talks about moments that we feel like we are chained to something, like we are chained to our decisions. It's really hard to move forward because we feel like we actually can't move, like there's no way for us to move. And it usually have this like blindfolded woman on the card, which is not here. But I feel like because this card is like the things that are hidden from you, so I feel like in the future you're gonna get even more clarity about the whole situation, and this is what the moon in reverse talks about too. I feel like there's more things that's gonna surface out, there's more things that are gonna come out, you know, to come out to your knowledge, that's you're gonna gain even more information about something, with someone, with the situation you are in. So this is a really good card to have it, you know, in the reverse, because it talks about it. It's gonna be easier for you to actually see people how they really are. It's gonna be easier for you to see the people and their true colors. So this is a really good card, and I feel like you know, because it's in the position, it's positioned like that, the things you actually don't know yet. So I feel like more situations gonna come up, to say it like that. But there is one card I didn't told you about yet, and it's the Four of Cups. And this card was like laid out a little bit weirdly for me, so I needed to get a little bit more information on that to be sure what it means. Because when I looked at the whole you know, all of the cards here, and I was like, okay, you had someone, you know, maybe they messed up a little bit, you didn't walk away because it was probably worth, you know, fighting for it. And I was like, okay, that's great, it's marriage going on, and then the month is ending on a beautiful card, which I'm gonna talk later about. And you know, you have the word, you have all this clarity, you don't feel that sad as you probably might before, so the sadness is ending. So I was like, great, this is, you know, good stuff. But then I got the Four of Cups in the future, as the future cups, and I was like, I could already get that. Why would you feel, you know, sad and a little bit like, how to say it? The Four of Cups talks about being not really happy with what we have, being not really satisfied with the decisions we made. On this card we can see this blue man just sitting next to the lake, and you know, there's like flowers around him, and he has like so many choices, but he's not really satisfied with any of them. Like he cannot see the happiness in those cups, he cannot see the happiness that is around him. And I was like, you know, a little bit thrown out of track with this card. So I needed to get more information, and I'm gonna tell you what it is right now. So I got some extra cups, for extra cards on this one. And I got the Six of Swords, I got the Devil card, I got the King of Swords, and the Empress in the reverse. And then on the very bottom of the deck was the Wheel of Fortune. I'm gonna be really straightforward with you. This person you're dealing with right now, and I feel like the situation is that this person is pressuring you to stay because it's serious, it's marriage, and a lot of things surface up, but you still wanted to work on it and you still wanted to fight for it. I feel like there's more things that you're gonna learn about this person really soon because of the Ace of Swords. With the Wheel of Fortune at the very bottom, because all of the cards fell off all together, so I'm gonna take all of them. But on the bottom of my deck was the Wheel of Fortune, which for me it's a little bit like the World card, like something is ending, like the wheel circled around, something turned, something changed, something new is coming. So it was like for me it was like a message that there's something more that you have to learn about. And what we're gonna learn about, why you might be not satisfied in the future with your decisions, because you have Six of Swords, because you were actually wanting to walk away, and what you want to walk away from was the Devil card, the King of Swords in reverse, and the Empress in the reverse. So let's just take it as it is. The Empress in the reverse can talk about, let's say a very special lady in your life that you've probably been committed to, a person that you were thinking that's going to be the love of your life, something that you're truly waiting for, and something that was 100% for you. But when this person is in the reverse, it either means that it's leaving your life, it's going away from your life, or this person wasn't really what you were thinking it is. And with the Moon in the reverse, I think that was the case. Like maybe you had someone in your life that was really special for you, you had this bond with this person, but after some time this person wasn't really what you were thinking. And why I'm saying that, I have a Devil card straight up on that. So there was some toxicity going on. This relationship maybe was not that healthy. I'm gonna show you the Devil card so you can see that. The relationship maybe was not that healthy and was not bringing you as much joy as you were thinking it's gonna bring you. You can also see this like really heavy chains on the couple's necks, which means that you're somehow bonded to each other, but it's really unhealthy, it's really toxic, it's really not good for you. And then I have the King of Swords in the reverse, which is only is giving me the message that what I'm thinking is right, that this person was not honest to you, that this person was the King of Swords in reverse talks about a bad person, like a really bad person, someone who is toxic, someone who doesn't think straight, someone who is not honest, someone who is not making smart decisions, with the Devil. So everything could be played out, drugs, alcohol, could be some gambling, could be some hazard problems, all of this, all of the good stuff could be played out with the King of Swords in reverse. So I feel like you're gonna be with this Four of Cups. I feel like you're gonna be a little in the future. You might be a little bit thrown out from the decision you're gonna make, that you're not gonna walk away. So I was not that sure if this is a good thing to actually staying and trying to rebuild the relationship or the marriage you have. I wouldn't be that surprised if on the end of the month you're actually gonna decide, because on the end of the month you have the Magician card. It's a really powerful card, really powerful card. It talks about being given by the universe everything you need to make the best decision. realizing that you actually are able to make your own decision, realizing that you have power, realizing that everything you ever wished for yourself can be there and you can make it for yourself because you have everything that is needed for that. It's a really powerful card. So seeing that on the end of the month and seeing the Four of Cups as a future card, I can only think about one thing, that in the future you might have this feeling that by not walking away from this person in the past, and even more things, being like surface out, coming, to your knowledge, like, the lies and maybe the way this person was treating you were not that best. You're gonna learn more of that. And even this like pressuring to like stay in the relationship, being a little bit of manipulated, and that you were feeling really uncomfortable with that, can talk about that. Maybe on the end of the month you're actually going to realize that it's not the best thing to stay and try to build on something that is not healthy from the get-go. And when I say it's not healthy, I'm not kidding. It's not healthy because of the Devil card and because the Empress in the reverse. That's why I was saying that. But that's gonna be on the end of the month, and it's a good thing. It's a really good thing. You're gonna learn everything about this person. You're gonna decide the best thing for yourself with the Magician, and I feel like you're gonna be a winner. I feel like you're gonna be the winning person on the very end of the story here. Winner chicken dinner, and that's gonna be you. You can go to a restaurant and order yourself a chicken dinner when all of it's gonna end. So yeah, I think that was the whole reading. I think that was everything I wanted to say. I feel like I told you all of the important stuff. Yeah, so the thing, to just wrap everything together. Even if someone is pressuring you, even if you don't really feel 100% connected with yourself at this very point of time, it's okay for you to slow down. It's okay when you don't feel that bold, and if you don't feel like you won't make any decisions really fast. It's okay. It's okay to take things slow. Even though you're so connected to this person, you're chained, maybe you're actually married to this person, it's really okay to leave, because if you're so unhappy, there is not really how to say it, there's not really any need to stay if you're gonna be unhappy. Maybe the situation is gonna change, maybe only this month. It's so crazy, but I also wanted to warn you a little bit about this like manipulation aspect that I can see here with the Hangman in the reverse and the Magicians too. You have to be really careful about that. So no one's gonna manipulate you in something, to do something, like to work on it if you don't want to. And also with the moon card, there's a full moon here, and we have something else I wanted to say. Never mind. But this full moon here, I'm just gonna say it because of the Devil card and the moon in the reverse and this manipulation over here. I'm just gonna say that if there's someone who's manipulating you by saying, let's say they're pregnant or whatever they might say, but this is what I see here, don't go for it. It's a straight up lie. It's just a piece to manipulate you to stay in this relationship for longer. So I feel like that's gonna be a lie. And if someone is doing that to another person, if someone is manipulating you, this way, it's really unhealthy, it's really toxic. You cannot play like that with people. So that's the Devil energy right there. Yeah, and if you're single, because that was the whole reading was for my people in relationships, but if you're single for this month, what I can see here, I can see that you're probably leaving the times that you are not ready to do something. What I mean by that is that this month can be like you're ready to take action, like it's gonna be an action month. And for you, my single people out there, I feel like you're really ready to start something. Like you're actually, realizing that you're ready to start a new relationship. Like you're ready to leave the sadness. Maybe being alone it can be sad sometimes. So maybe you were sad about being alone, and but I feel like this sadness is leaving you. And I feel like you're discovering that you're actually ready to build something really serious with somebody else. And seeing this Prince of Wands in reverse, I feel like the thing you want in your life is to build a really steady, really healthy relationship. Like let's say you're finally realizing you're ready for marriage, and you're realizing you're ready for that kind of a commitment right now. I feel like you're going away from this Prince of Wands energy, which is a little bit like playing around, being a playboy, or being a girl that likes to how to say it and not sound offensive. That you like to be free and maybe having, I don't know, a couple of people, or dating a lot of people at the same time, or just like building a serious relationship. So I feel like in this month you're actually gonna realize that you're ready for so much more, that you're actually ready for a commitment, a real commitment. And I feel like on the end of the month you're actually gonna realize that you can get everything you want. That the second you're gonna realize what you want, it's gonna be done, because right after that you're gonna realize you can get whatever you want. And you're a Taurus, and whatever you're gonna have set up on your mind, it's gonna be. I don't feel like you can really stop a Taurus if a Taurus really wants something. So yeah, that was for my single people out there. That was the whole message. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if you're resonating with it, please let me know. If it's not your message, it's not your message. Maybe it's gonna be your message next month. So don't feel sorry about it. Don't feel sorry. And thank you so much, and see you next month.